Amanda Serrano is a devastating offensive talent, and when she hurts these girls, there's very little they can do to escape from her. Her 31 career knockouts should tell you everything you need to know about this Puerto Rican beast. 4 straight victories in the ring led Eva Voraber into the ring with Serrano like a lamb to the slaughter. Serrano was looking mean and ready for action.
Introducing Eva, the golden baby, Voraber.
Voraber didn't know it yet, but she was in way over her head.
These are a little high. All right, right now, these are a little high, so this is going to be good right here for you guys.
Serrano came out throwing with frenetic pace and intensity straight off the bat.
Huge favorite here, and for good reason. Voraber hasn't fought outside. She'll be the first Austrian champion, so, you know, she'll her hands full tonight.
And Serrano likes to go.
Giving Voraber a second to breathe was simply not part of the arrangement.
At least 20 pounds there. Right away, this is what Serrano does. Forward, constant pressure.
The fight hadn't even gone a minute, and Voraber was done. One of the biggest mismatches you will ever see.
It is over! Just like that, the real deal strikes again! 7 different weight classes, 7-time world.
Simone de Silva didn't know it yet, but she had zero business sharing the ring with a fighter of Serrano's talents. Straight away, forward pressure was the name of the game for Serrano.
Silva in the pink with the black top. Right away, aggressive exchange.
The gap in speed, power, and timing was already showing.
But still seemed confident in her ability to get the job done.
In round 2, the physical advantages became even clearer.
With a left hand and a right hand.
Serrano trying the uppercut onto Silva.
The end of the round brought the first knockdown.
And a straight left that catches De Silva, and De Silva goes down.
In round 3, Serrano clearly smelled blood.
De Silva in this third after knocking her down at the end of the second. Serrano just on the attack constantly. As De Silva tries to dance away, she cannot.
There was nothing Da Silva could do to escape, and the ref didn't need to see too much more.
Much resistance there as Serrano just peppers away at De Silva. How much of a beating is she going to take? That is it. Amanda Serrano will end it here in the 3rd round.
As Serrano built her momentum, Dahana Santana was the fighter who was unfortunate enough to end up in front of her in Amana's 41st pro fight. It wasn't a matter of if Serrano would win, it was a matter of when. Body language can tell a whole story, and the difference between these fighters was clear. And when Serrano decided to open up, the results were devastating. To her credit, Santana got back up, but her chances of winning were virtually zero. This was little more than a walk in the park for Serrano. Fight number 42 went a little longer than expected, but trust us, when the hammer finally came down, boy, was it worth it. Bermudez was clearly willing to absorb pressure and counter with her own forward movement. There aren't many fighters out there who have the durability to give Serrano a war. Serrano gets a lot of quick finishes, so what would happen when an opponent refused to be put down? And And it's not like she was simply just surviving either. No, Bermudez was there to fight. But Amanda would not be denied, and as the rounds went on, she grew into the fight. Eventually, the beating became too much for her opponent. Serrano's clash with Cruz showcased some pretty insane pace from the get-go. The volume of output in this showdown was on a different level. And if one thing was clear, it's that Cruz was here to scrap.
On her face, she's not very confident. In the corner, she looked like really nervous. And sometimes that's all it takes to take you out.
And Serrano coming in right now in that orthodox stance.
Serrano wasn't going to come out of this one without a few bruises, that's for sure.
Both of these fighters throwing bombs.
A head clash opened up a bloody cut on Cruz's head.
Oh, wow, big cut, or at least a bloody one for Cruz. That's got to be frustrating for Cruz. She was having a really solid round, clashed heads with Amanda Serrano that opened up that cut. Wow, that is a significant one.
No quarter was being given by either woman in this fight.
He's wearing those basketball high tops in there, Jessica.
Yeah, they got blood all over them right now. I'm not a fan of wearing, shoes like that during a boxing match. I feel like that tells you something about the fighter. Those shoes are heavier, those shoes are wider, and it's going to help her keep her stance.
Eventually, Cruz started to feel the punishment.
Had Katie Taylor in big-time trouble. The 6th round of this fight, and Cruz is on shaky legs.
Cruz is still throwing massive amounts.
The pace these women were fighting at was truly wild, and it was sending the fight stats into some truly wild territory.
More at the cut than she is at Serrano. She's only throwing 1 punch, 2 punch.
That one scored, though.
Over 1,900 punches were thrown, and though Serrano was ahead on the cards, it was hard to call either woman a loser here.
Sign me up for Serrano Cruz 2. 10 seconds to go. Serrano and Cruz for the undisputed championship of the world. They gave us everything they had in another instant classic. It matters.
Stevie Morgan brought her impressive 14-1 record with her to the ring to test Serrano in July of 2024. Until you're standing in there with a puncher like Serrano, it's hard to know how you're going to react.
Throwing a stiff jab.
But once you eat that first punch, usually that'll loosen you up a little bit. And she's already eaten a couple. Serrano with a quick hand.
Stevie was not enjoying this pressure. Not one bit, in fact.
Oh, my God. Yeah, nice left hand for Serrano.
Amanda was smiling in the locker room, but she mean business.
Serrano was stalking her prey like a lion, showing zero respect for the power coming back at her.
Stevie's already rocked. She's rocked. Amanda got her.
Nice left uppercut from Serrano. Are we about to see another highlight reel KO? Amanda looking as slick and as smooth.
Amanda clearly smelled blood as her opponent began to show obvious signs of damage in the second round.
Serrano has not gotten a knockout since Bermudez. 9 fights ago. Here she comes.
Too much speed, too much ferocity, and far too much confidence. Serrano was clearly operating on a whole new level here.
3 years. She will if Stevie Morgan doesn't change her game plan. She's eating almost every punch Serrano throws.
Oh, man.
Serrano is biting down. She's throwing everything for it.
Oh,
And the referee steps in and stops it.
Any conversation about the female GOAT of boxing will be as likely to feature Katie Taylor's name in its top 5 as it would Amanda's. In other words, the stakes were never higher. Taylor was content to stick and move at first, to gauge the timing of this big puncher who stood in front of her.
Wanted to press the action. Katie Taylor wanted to be the mover. One thing I'm noticing though, Katie Taylor, while she is moving around the ring, she does want to find a way to start walking Amanda down a little bit. Go back to that fight against Heather Hardy a few years ago. The limited success that Hardy had in that fight was when she was moving forward. So at some point, Katie's going to have to move forward as well.
If one thing was clear, it was that this was the best opponent Serrano had ever faced.
Oh, that's right from Katie, which buckled the knees of Serrano. Both these sticking to their game plans coming in. Amanda Serrano moving forward, Katie Taylor moving around the ring. We'll see how long that can last.
Taylor wouldn't be trapped as easily as some of Serrano's other opponents, but that didn't mean that Amanda wasn't landing.
They're fighting their fight at this point.
These two were out for blood.
Katie's in the corner, fighting back again. Look at these two guys.
Serrano is killing the body.
This is what we wanted, and they're delivering.
Katie's taking.
Taylor really started to feel the pressure in the middle rounds.
We've never seen Katie in trouble like this before.
Yeah, we wondered if Amanda Serrano's power would go up to 135, and the way it has below 130, it absolutely has.
Look at the Puerto Rican sensation go.
Katie is taking so much damage right now. She's off balance. She has no legs. Standing straight up.
It doesn't get more evenly matched than this, and with the rounds winding down, every punch was crucial.
Well, Serrano certainly took her foot off the gas last round. Let's see if she presses down on the accelerator here.
That could have been a mistake for Amanda. She's got to pump it back up.
Stamina was not an issue for either woman, and Taylor was leaving her mark on this fight.
Last couple of rounds, we've seen a surge from Katie Taylor. Has made this fight really close.
It was an instant classic, and though Taylor would take home a narrow win on the scorecards, the need for a rematch was clear.
Katie taking some big shots here.
But she's landing some too.
She is. She is. Both fighters are spent.
A fight worthy of the occasion. They fought for history, and they're making history. Katie's knees buckle. Oh my word! The female fight of the year.
Thankfully, the powers that be agreed that a second helping was the right move, and to say these women kicked this fight off with a bang would be an understatement.
But returning to center line, Serrano able to time that. And there again, nice shot! Nice shot! Taylor here in round one. Serrano!
Taylor did not want to find herself getting caught in the pocket with Serrano again, that's for sure.
Half a minute remaining in the third, and the pressure building. And this is where Taylor does not want to get into a fierce exchange with Serrano. She's already tasted her.
Even though Amanda had the power advantage, she was still up against the most gritty and technical fighter she had ever faced.
In 6 of the 140 pounds.
Good shot. Good shot.
Nice shot.
Oh, good shot.
Nice shot.
Taylor was not above making this fight ugly in spots, though.
Yeah, exactly. I told you once see the same fight again. Oh, good shot. Good exchange.
Man.
Look.
Oh,
Good
no.
exchange.
Oh, no. That
But in a dogfight, no one outgunned Serrano.
What do you make? You were there live in the stands. Now you're ringside. Look.
Repeated headbutts from Taylor were becoming a real factor in this fight, with a point deduction finally coming.
For Katie Taylor by referee John Shorley. Shorley said the headbutts against Amanda Serrano from Katie Taylor in rounds 4 and 6 were accidental. But as we just saw round number 8, first it was a headbutt. Shorley told Katie Taylor that was intentional. Hard warning. The next headbutt, Shorley saw intentional as well. That's the reason for the 1-point deduction.
It all came down to the final round.
2 minutes or less. Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, attacking each other with relentless fury.
No one could be certain of how the judges were scoring this one.
Taylor and Serrano fishing for the KO. Final 60 seconds.
Katie has the pass in hands. When those combinations she throws, she really turns and moves. She's hurting though. Look at that. Look at that. They're both hurting. Somebody go to the bottom. They were doing very good.
But few could be prepared for the controversial decision that was about to land.
Taylor and Serrano with an epic encounter. What more do you want from professional boxing?
All 3 judges see the contest 95 to 94, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed super lightweight
You know what? Texas has always been a cauldron of controversy, and I cannot sit here and
But where do you put Amanda Serrano on your personal women's boxing GO8 list? Is she above or below her fierce rival, Katie Taylor? Be sure to let us know in the comments below before hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a single upload.